You ever wonder what the highs and lows of flying through life as a cursed, wicked witch is like? Well, let's start at the beginning. Your arrival. The sky cracks open, the wolves start to howl and sink. Your birth is created by a thunderstorm so dramatic, it gets a 5-star review from the local weather demons. Lightning strikes the same tree 3 times, and the midwife is a banshee who moonlights as a motivational speaker. Your mother gives birth standing up, arms raised like a metal album cover, while chanting something that makes all the crows in a 30-mile radius unionize. Inside the cottage, which is a structure held together by spite and enchanted mildew, there are bats hanging from the rafters, an owl perched judgmentally on a chandelier, and your great-aunt Hexabeth is chanting backwards in Latin just to set the vibe. The doula is a sentient mist. Your first breath smells like garlic, grave moss, and unresolved ancestral trauma. You arrive purple, glowing slightly, and immediately bite the doctor. Everyone is so stoked. Your crib is a bubbling cauldron with dangling potion bottles instead of mobiles. Most babies get lullabies. You get whispered incantations that may or may not summon minor forest spirits. Your mother, covered in ceremonial warts and eyeliner so sharp it could pierce dimensions, holds you up like a villainous Simba and declares, "She has her father's glare!" You, at an hour old, are already scowling. They are so proud. With age comes milestones, and in the witch world, the weirder equals the better. The first word that comes out of your mouth is broom. Your first steps are into a circle of fire by accident, and instead of rescuing you, your grandmother writes it down as a promising sign for strong and fierce powers within you. Other kids get stickers and marshmallows for potty training. You get a sentient frog named Gary, who never ceases to critique your aim. Lucky for you, you're a fast learner. Peace out, Gary. Your childhood is spent in a swamp castle surrounded by talking mirrors that never say anything nice, a moat full of emotionally manipulative alligators, and a family reunion guest list that includes several actual shadows. When you go to school, it's less math and colors and more advanced broom theory and hex etiquette. You're 7 years old and you already know 36 ways to give someone warts. You never learn the days of the week because you don't need to. You just refer to everything as the next cursed day. Of course, there's pressure. Your cousin Agatha can already levitate goats with her mind, and your best friend Ursula accidentally turned her dentist into a cheese wheel, which was later served at brunch. And yes, it was delicious. You, meanwhile, once got stuck in a spell loop that made you hiccup ravens for 3 days. Though your parents were thrilled, "She's manifesting!" they yelled. You quietly serve birds into a bucket. By the time you're 12, you have 3 familiars: a sarcastic crow, a chaotic toad, sometimes you really miss Gary, and something in a jar named Kevin that recently started growing pink hair. You have 0 understanding of friendship. Social interaction is mostly people screaming and running when you enter a room, and honestly, it just gets old. You tune it out. You try smiling once at a village boy. He screamed, proceeded to throw a chicken at you, and ran into a fence. The chicken later sued for trauma. Teenage years are a hormonal swamp of magical misfires. Puberty and periods of the muggle world seem like a vacation compared to your spikes and thrills of spellcasting gone awry and magical power that seems to be controlled solely by your temper, or really lack thereof. You once get grounded for cursing the moon after your crush said, "Talking to you felt like reading poetry in a language that no one speaks anymore." There was also the incident where you accidentally turned the garden gnomes into a biker gang. They still send postcards from Curse Hot Springs with notes like, "Wish you were hexed." You're 16 when you perform your first solo summoning. You meant to call upon a storm spirit. Instead, you got Bill Murray, straight out of the Ghostbusters. Yeah, he stayed for dinner. Your aunts called it a good omen, and your uncle is still not over it. Despite everything, you start to feel power building. You get better at hexes, your eyeliner achieves a level of sharpness that confuses the neighborhood cats, and you finally win the family duel tournament by weaponizing awkward childhood memories. You curse a cousin with eternal soggy socks. You are praised as a family visionary. And still there is that ache, that little ember in your chest that wonders what it would be like to wear jeans with pockets, to go to a movie, or to just simply not cause spontaneous nosebleeds by laughing too hard. You once tried to attend a normal teenage sleepover, but the pizza exploded and someone's hamster started speaking in tongues. So now here you are, on the cusp of adulthood, hovering 3 inches off the ground, involuntarily, with a diploma made of bone fragments and glitter glue. Everyone says you're ready to become a true wicked witch, but you, in your secretly sentimental heart, are just hoping the next town you curse has a decent coffee shop and maybe someone who doesn't run away screaming. You leave home in a dramatic fashion, obviously. There are fireworks, crying toads, and a minor curse that accidentally reverses gravity within a 2-mile radius. You're welcome! Your mom waves with a tentacle that is not hers. You settle in a haunted treehouse near a nice scream-prone village. Every Tuesday, you turn the mayor into a garden statue just to keep your reputation sharp. You begin freelance cursing, wards here, endless slugs there, the occasional poetic justice involving spoiled milk. Business is decent. And then, disaster. You fall in love. It happens on a Wednesday, which offends you immediately. His name is Darren. He is a mailman with suspiciously soft forearms and a smile so sincere it makes your third eye twitch. He delivers a package you never ordered, a cursed eggplant, and he does not flinch when it bites him. He says, "Oh, that's new," and then proceeds to pet it. You panic. You curse a nearby fern to buy time. It explodes. Darren shrugs and offers you a coupon for enchanted aloe. Over the next few weeks, you try everything to dissuade him. You growl, you hover, you send a plague of whispering bees. Darren shows up the next day with lavender muffins and a net. Eventually, he asks you out. You say no, and then you say maybe, and then you say fine. You pick the cemetery because it is your comfort zone. He brings a picnic. The ghosts love him. One offers to officiate. It is disgusting. You start doing those couple things like potion tasting, screaming competitions, weekly necromantic trivia night. You try to stay evil, you really do. You hex the butcher and Darren knits him a healing scarf. You melt a statue and Darren installs a bench. You are furious and blushing all at the same time. It is very confusing. And one day, he kisses you. The entire forest briefly turns into interpretive dancers. You blush and pretend that it's on purpose. Years pass. You both age like wine that has seen some stuff. Darren gets crow's feet and starts calling your cauldron her. You become the power couple of minor doom. Children write cautionary tales about you. Birds consult you on emotional boundaries. Your hair goes silver and then it glows. You are magnificent. Old age arrives. You stop floating unless dramatically necessary. Your potions start to need reading glasses. Darren builds you a broom garage and forgets where he put his spine once. You laugh so hard the sky sneezes. One morning you wake up to find your wart collection has been reorganized alphabetically. Darren grins sheepishly. You curse him with eternal socks that do not match. He thanks you. You realize, belatedly, that you may be happy. Eventually, both of you vanish in a puff of suspiciously heart-shaped smoke during a heated Scrabble match. The board spells bewitched. No one ever finds your bodies. Your haunted treehouse becomes a romantic tourist trap. People claim they still hear laughing, bickering, and the occasional airborne goat. You, legendary wicked witch, leave behind a legacy of mild chaos, reluctantly tender love, and an inexplicably famous muffin recipe. Honestly, it could have been worse.